So how are you today, Manu? How are you today? Yes?
I'm fine, teacher. And
Oh,
you?
okay. So are you going to school, Manu? Are you going to school during this week?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. Which grade are you in now?
What?
High school, right?
High school?
Yes,
Yeah.
you go to school, but you go to high school, right? Which grade are you? First, second, or third?
Third.
Oh, you're third grade. How nice. Oh, that's great, Manu. And do you know what you're going to do at college? Have you already decided about your university? Are you going to university after high school?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You're still thinking about it. All
Yes.
right. Let's see. It seems that somebody's not able to get in. Let me see what's going on. Just a second, Manu. Hi, Rebecca. Good
Hi.
afternoon. Good to see you. How
Hi, good
nice.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. So let's see who is not being able here to log in. Just a second.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, he just needs to click on the link and then that's it. So let's go back to our page here on Google Classroom. So guys, last class we did pages 93 and 94, okay? And today we will do unit 8.4, but first we need to finish page 95, all right? To help us finish that page, we are talking about the differences between the simple past and the past continuous. So the beginning of page 95 is an exercise that has both verb tenses, and we have to decide simple past or past continuous. Which one should I use? Okay, so to help you decide and to help you practice a little bit more, I will show you a short video that explains in a better way the difference between the simple past and the past continuous. Okay, so let me share this with you. Can you see that? Yes, guys, can you see that? Okay, let me
Yes.
put it up here. Just a second.
This is Grammar Point. This week, we are going to talk about the difference between the past simple and the past continuous tense. Once again, here is Zdenek, who will help me.
Guys, just a moment, okay? I will try to improve the quality of the video, okay? Because the video is not so good. So let me try to improve the quality. Let's see if we can have a better quality video because this is horrible. Let's see if it's better now. Yeah, apparently yes. Okay. So let's try.
Hello, Zdenek.
Hello, Christy.
Can you answer my questions?
Sure, I will try.
What were you doing at 3 a.m.?
At 3 a.m., I was sleeping.
What were you doing at 10:15 yesterday morning?
At 10:15 yesterday, I was at school and I was teaching.
Thank you. Do you know what tense you were using all that time?
I think it is called the past continuous tense.
Yes, past continuous. And do you know when you should use it?
To be honest, I am not really sure.
Don't worry, I will explain it to you. The past continuous tense is formed by was or were and the verb with the ing ending. For example, I was listening. She was singing. They were dancing. We use this tense in the following situations. First, we say that at a certain moment in the past, we were in the middle of doing something. For example, I was sleeping at 3 o'clock this morning. I want to say that I was sleeping before and after 3 o'clock. Here it is important to notice the difference between the past simple and the past continuous tense. When we use the past simple tense, the action was finished, while when we use the past continuous tense, the action was not finished. When I was going home, I was eating a sandwich. This sentence means that I was eating the sandwich on my way home. I ate it before I came home. When I went home, I ate a sandwich. This sentence means that I first came home and then ate the sandwich. Second, we use this tense to say that two or more actions were happening at the same time in the past. For example, I was watching TV and my husband was ironing. Third, we use the past continuous for an action which was interrupted. For example, she was waiting for the bus when the accident happened. On the other hand, we use the past simple tense when the actions happened one after another. For example, she got up and brushed her teeth. Do you understand?
Yes, I think so.
Great. Now, listen to the sounds and tell me what happened.
She was having a shower when the dog started to bark.
Very good.
He was running when he heard a thunder.
Well done.
The dog was barking and the phone was ringing.
Awesome.
He was sleeping when someone screamed.
Superb.
People were singing when the bomb exploded.
Very good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The birds were singing and the man was counting.
Well done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The man counted and the bomb exploded.
Superb. Thank you, Zdenek. So, to recap, we use the past continuous tense when the action was not finished at the point of time we are talking about. On the other hand, for short, finished actions, we use the past simple tense.
Okay, guys. Yes? Was it easier now to understand the difference? Okay, when do we use the past continuous and when do we use the past simple? Okay, so just to wrap it up, to make sure we understand, let's go over to our page here on Google Classroom. I mean, here, yes. Let's go back here and let's see something about the past simple and the past continuous. Let me show you just a poster because then with images and illustrations, it's easier to understand. Okay, can you see that? Yes? So look at the situation here. We have a guy in this first picture here taking a shower. And then here, the same guy apparently talking on the phone, right? So an action A was happening in the past when an action B interrupted. So here, which one is action A? He was having a shower, okay? So here, let me try to make it a little bigger. So action A was in progress in the past, okay? And then what happened? Action B interrupted. The phone rang, all right? So while he was having a shower, the phone rang, okay? Or he was having a shower when the phone rang, okay? Both are correct. Okay, so usually when we use them together like this, we want to show a contrast between an action that was in progress and another action that was, that interrupted the first one or that happened while you were in the middle of the other action. Okay, so here it's very clear. He was having a shower and then the phone rang. So he decided to answer the phone. Okay. Um, let's see here another poster talking about the same topic. Look, when to use one, when to use the other. Okay, can you see that? Yes? So here we go. We use the simple past to talk about completed actions, habits, and facts in the past. Okay, good. So example, I went to the cinema yesterday. Completed action in the past. I always visited my grandparents in my summer holidays when I was little. Completed action in the past. Another example, I lived near Liverpool for a couple of years. Again, I don't live there anymore. So this action is completed. Now, past continuous. The past continuous is used to express interrupted actions. This is one situation. Specific time as an interruption and parallel actions. So here we have one situation, interrupted actions. Second one, when I talk about specific time as something else happened, can be an interruption or it can be something parallel, okay? Two actions happening at the same time. Example, the first one. I was watching TV when the phone rang. So here I'm talking about the first example, an action that was interrupted. What was the action? Watching TV. This was in progress. So I was watching TV when something happened. The phone rang. Okay. Next one here, specific time. Example now with specific time. Last night at 7 p.m., I was having dinner. So when I talk what I was doing at a specific time in the past, I use the past continuous. Okay, so this action here was in progress last night at 7. And then the next one, parallel actions. While she was doing her homework, her brother was playing football. Two actions happened at the same time. Two actions were in progress at the same time. Okay? So it's possible to use the past continuous in 3 different situations. Okay, guys? When there is an interruption, when I talk about a specific time, or when I have 2 parallel actions. All right? So let's go there. Now let's try to open our book and do the activity, okay? Let's see what happens here. Okay, I was kicked out again, so I have to log in one more time. This always happens. If I open the book too early or too soon, they kick me out because there is a timer. I don't know why, there is a timer on the site. So if I am there, but I'm like for some minutes without using, they simply sign me off. So it's terrible. So let's sign in again one more time. Okay, so let's go there, people. If you have your books, open your books to page 95. Let's take a look. You see, they really close everything. All right, here we go. So this is our page number 95, okay? Exercise number 7. So let me zoom in so you can see better. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the verb, simple past or past continuous, in parentheses. So let's do the first one together, okay? Let's see. Last night we home and video games. So first, I have to see, are the actions finished or were the actions in progress in the past? Am I talking about completed actions in the past or not completed?
Completed.
Yes, very good, completed. So if the actions are completed in the past, then I should use simple past, okay? So here, last night, we stayed home. And how do I say this verb in the simple past? Okay, very good. Played.
Play it.
Yes. So here, the pronunciation should be played. Okay? Actually, we don't say this final vowel sound in the end. We don't pronounce that. So we say played, played. Okay? Stayed, stayed. So here, this final E is not pronounced, okay? So last night, we stayed home and played video games. Both actions completed in the past. They are finished actions in the past. This is what we did yesterday, last night, okay? So now try to do the other ones from number 2 to number 5, and then we correct. Let me see, now it's 3:52, so I can give you 3 minutes to do that, okay? So let's go, you can start and then we correct. But before you start, let me take a picture here. Okay, let me print this. All right, you can begin, okay? Okay, guys, thumbs up. Can we correct? All right, let's do it. So, very simple, no mystery. Let's see the second one. My phone while I to my brother.
Past continuous.
Okay, where? The second one, the first,
The same.
the second one.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. While generally introduces a past continuous clause. Okay. So words like while, they are very interesting when we are deciding whether to use the simple past or the past continuous. So when I have this, okay, guys, it's usually an introduction to past continuous, okay? Or any kind of continuous. I'm not going to put here only past because it can also be used in in the present continuous. So continuous form in general, okay? Continuous verb. All right. So this is one nice tip. So while I was talking to my brother. So what happened while I was talking to my brother? My phone.
Diet.
Okay, very nice, Rebecca. Simple past. So it was an interruption. Okay, so while I was talking to my brother, my phone died. So there was an interruption in our conversation. So here it's a typical example of interrupted action in the past. Okay? Okay. Now let's see number 3. Number 3, we also have a very interesting pronoun. It's when. Okay? So let's highlight these pronouns. When is super important, guys, when we are deciding whether to use simple past or past continuous. So let's put the rule here. When I
Past
have
continuous.
when, pay attention. When I have the pronoun when, after when, I usually use simple tense, not continuous, okay? Usually, the pronoun when indicates an action that was finished in the past or a definite time in the present. As we are talking about the past, so here when indicates simple past. So here, what happened here? How can I make the simple past of the verb to text? The verb text, now it's used as a verb, is regular. So I just have to add ed, okay? So when I texted him, Daniel, now what was the action in progress? Yes,
Study.
Daniel, yes, very good, was studying. So here, Daniel was studying when I texted him. So this is something that was in progress when I sent him a message, okay? So I sent him a message when he was studying, while he was studying. So usually, guys, when introduces a definition of time to say when something happens or when something happened, okay? So it's easier to understand this way. Now, let's go to number 4. Now it's easy. We have when again, okay? So here it goes. So what should I put here?
Started.
Yes, simple past. Very good. When I started to feel sick. So what was in progress when I started to feel sick?
Was taken.
Yes, very good. Okay, guys, it's easier when I have these markers, right? Because then I know that one action was in progress when the other action happened, okay? So when I started to feel sick, I was taking a test, or I was taking a test when I started to feel sick. Let's highlight here while indicating continuous. I will change the color so you know, okay? So while introduces continuous. And then here we have when introducing a simple tense, not a continuous tense, okay? All right. Now let's move on to number 5. Again, we have a pronoun here, when. That's so good. All right. So now we know. What should I use here?
Call it.
Yes, very good. Just the pronunciation. As I said before, we never pronounce this vowel. So here the pronunciation is called, called. Okay?
Called.
Yes, very good. When a
Called.
friend
Okay.
called. Now here, which action was in progress when a friend called? What was happening?
Was
They,
matching.
yes,
Match.
they were, because here
Were.
it's plural. Yes, they were watching a movie. So this is what was in progress when a friend called. So they were watching a movie when a friend called. Okay? So it's easier if we manage to identify the pronouns in the sentence so we know the difference, we can visualize it. Here, I'm not going to use past continuous because I don't have any indication of actions in progress. I'm just saying what we did last night. So these are completed actions in the past. Okay? So no problem at all. So let's check the answers. Everything correct. Okay, guys. Okay? Now it's easier for you to do this kind of exercise. All right? Okie dokie. So let me clear my annotations. And now let me clear that. All right, people. Now, what are we going to do? We are going to see examples of past continuous in the text here, okay? So let's check it out together. Read the story. Decide if the underlined words and phrases use the simple past and past continuous correctly or incorrectly. Okay, so we should be able to define, is it right? Is it wrong? So here, simple past will be orange and past continuous will be green, okay? All right. Take a look at the text. I will give you 1 minute to read the text and then we will find out, okay? So first, just take a look. Read the text from beginning to end and then we will see if there are any mistakes, okay? So let's go, start counting here, 1 minute. Okay. Okay, guys. Did you read the text? All right, now let's work together to see if there are any inaccuracies concerning the verb tense. So let's see in the beginning. The first one, it was Monday morning. And then here, is everything okay? Simple past to introduce a story. Yes, here I'm identifying when the action happened, when the story happened. So, okay, simple past. Now, the second part, Lucia, early and breakfast. So here I'm talking about a sequence of actions that happened on Monday morning. So how do I use those? Are they correct in the past continuous? No, they aren't. I use the simple past to talk about completed actions in the past. So here, there is no reason to use past continuous. That's why it's incorrect. So here we should say Lucia got up. Okay. Lucia got up early and made breakfast. Okay. Why simple past? Because there is no relationship between the two actions. I'm just describing a sequence of events. What happened? Okay, first she got up, then she made breakfast. Nothing interrupted anything. There was no interruption, okay? It's just describing. The sentence I'm writing there is just to describe what she did on Monday morning. Okay, so Lucia got up early and made breakfast. Okay, perfect. Now she was feeling nervous, okay, because it was the first day of her new job. That's all right. She, when suddenly that it was her sister's birthday. So now here we have a sentence with an idea of interruption. Okay, so the first one, she was drinking her coffee when suddenly that it was her sister's birthday. So which sentence actually interrupted the other one? Here, as we learned, when we use when, what happens when we use when? When I use when, I introduce a sentence in a simple tense or simple past or simple present. So when suddenly is it okay to say was remembering? No, not okay. So here we have to say when she remembered, okay? After when, we usually use simple tense. So in this case, it happened in the past. We should use the simple past, okay? So let's put it there. I'm going to put here because if I write here, it will be very bad. So number 4 is correct, but number 5 isn't correct. So remembered, okay? All right. Next one. She decided to call her sister, but her phone wasn't on the table and it wasn't in her bag. She looked at the clock. Okay, I'm describing what she did. She didn't have time to search for her phone because she needed to leave for work. Okay, so she noticed that when she was having her coffee, she remembered, oh, it's my sister's birthday. So she looked at the clock and she noticed, oh, I don't have time to search for my phone because I have to leave. I have to go now. So, no problem here. Now, the next paragraph. While she to work, it started to rain. So here we have the pronoun while. So which verb should I use here? Which one should I use after while? Remember, the past continuous, okay? While usually introduces a continuous tense. So while she was walking. So I'm going to put number 7 here, okay? While she was walking to work, it started to rain. Okay, this action was kind of interrupted. While she was walking to work, it started to rain. Lucia wasn't having an umbrella. Can I say that? So she got wet and cold. So can I say that in the past continuous? No, because I'm talking now about a finished situation in the past, a fact in the past. What was the fact? She didn't have an umbrella. That was the fact. So this action here wasn't in progress, especially because we don't use the possessive form of the verb to have in continuous tenses. We don't use that, okay? So it's a stative verb. So we should use number 9 here in the simple past. So how can we make the simple past negative to say that Lucia had no umbrella? In the negative, the simple past is didn't. And then I use the verb accordingly, have. Okay? So Lucia didn't have an umbrella. So she got wet and cold. When she eventually got to the office, she felt tired and miserable. Miserable is the same as sad, okay? The word miserable is a false cognate. So it's not the same as what we understand in Portuguese with miserable. The idea is different. So miserable in English means sad, very sad. Okay? So she felt tired and very sad. The receptionist on the phone when she arrived. Oh, I have another indication here of simple past. So let's highlight that. Okay. So after when, did I use the simple past here? Yes. So this is correct. When she arrived. But then what was in progress when she arrived? The receptionist speaking on the phone. So this was in progress when she arrived. So it was like an interrupted action. So let's correct number 10, okay? So the receptionist was speaking. Very good, okay? So the receptionist was speaking on the phone when she arrived. 11 is okay. So she finished her call and asked Lucia what she was doing there. Imagine the receptionist gets to you and says, oh, What are you doing here? And then she says, your job starts next week, not today, the receptionist said. So here, number 12 is okay, simple past, because this is a fact. This is what she actually said, okay? So poor Lucia, right? Lucia didn't have to go to work that day. She didn't have to go because she would only start the following week, not that week. All right, so she made a mistake. She got mixed up with the dates, probably. And then she got up early, made herself some breakfast, and then she went to work. It was raining. She didn't have an umbrella, so she got wet and cold. Poor Lucia. And then when she got there, it wasn't her first day. She wasn't supposed to be there. All right. Okay, guys, do you have any questions? Is it okay for you, Manuela, Rebecca, Kawani? Is it
Yes,
okay for you?
teacher.
Yes? Yes, guys, do you have any questions?
No.
No? Is everything okay? All right. Can I clear the annotations? Yes, guys, can I clear?
Yeah.
Good. So now you know that when you have these indicators, like when, for example, you should use the simple past. And then it's a marker that reminds you that there are two actions. When something happened, something else was in progress. Another action was in progress. And while usually introduces an action in the continuous tense, okay? While. So while I was having a shower last night, my brother called me. While I was reading a book on Sunday, my nephew arrived. While I was using the computer, my intranet crashed. Okay, guys. A lot of other examples. So can I clear that?
Understand total. Yeah.
Okay, Rebecca. So let me clear my drawings and let me give you some examples, okay, in the past continuous using while, okay? Let's see one here. While I was reading a book, or while I was reading, comma, my mother called me. So here I have two actions, okay? Reading and called. So while introduces an action in progress. I was reading. This is what was happening. While I was reading, what happened? My mother called me. So this action here, action number 2, interrupted action number 1, okay? So there is a kind of interruption here. I was so happy. I was reading, I was relaxing. I was super happy, but then suddenly, my mother called me. Okay, so,
Okay.
and then another example now using when, okay? Let's put here. I was watching TV when, let me see, when my brother arrived. So here I have an example using when to define the specific time something happened. So I was watching TV yesterday, for example, when my brother arrived. So this action here interrupted my first action, watching TV. Yes. So my first action was I was watching TV. I was super happy,
Watching.
relaxed, watching TV, silence. But then my brother arrived. Okay? So one
¿Qué sería
action.
arrived?
Arrived is the simple past of the verb arrive. Okay? Arrive is the opposite of leave. Okay? So,
Uh-huh.
okay, it's the opposite of leave. So in this case, my brother didn't leave, he arrived. So I had to stop watching TV to talk to my brother. So I turned off the TV and then we had a chat. So I was watching TV when my brother arrived. Okay. All right. So here there was an interruption on my first activity here. I was so relaxed watching TV and doing nothing. Then suddenly my brother arrived. So I needed to talk to him. Okay, Rebecca. Okay, everybody. Yes?
Okay.
All right. So let me clear my drawings. All right. Good. So this is the main idea of this text. Let's check out the answers just for you to know that we chose the right ones, okay? So here we have the first one, simple past, correct. Okay, number one, correct. Number two, incorrect. And number three, incorrect. Like I put here, simple past and simple past. Okay, both incorrect. Number four, correct here. She was drinking her coffee, no problem. When suddenly, number five, incorrect. Okay, so let's see there. When suddenly she remembered. Okay, I have the use of the pronoun when to indicate the time. So when suddenly she remembered. Now number six, we put correct. So here, correct. Number seven, incorrect. So it's okay. Look, while she was walking to work, it started to rain. So number seven, incorrect. Okay. Number eight, correct. So number nine, she didn't have an umbrella. Incorrect. Number 10, the receptionist. The receptionist was speaking on the phone when she arrived. So was speaking here should be used. So number 10 is incorrect. Number 11, correct. Okay. And number 12, correct as well. Okay, here. All right, people. So here we have all the answers, I guess. Yes, we can't see all of them, but everything okay, just in case you have any questions. Okay, everything is there. All right, people. So I don't know, maybe to help the students who are watching the video, let's mark the incorrect ones with a different color. Let's try to use maybe pink to signal the incorrect ones. So here is incorrect. This one is incorrect. This is also incorrect. Okay. This is incorrect. Incorrect. Number 9, incorrect too. Okay. Number 10, incorrect again. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 verbs that are incorrect. Okay, we should use a different verb tense there. All right, this way here, maybe it's better to visualize for the students who are watching the video. Okay. All right, people, we are not doing the other ones, right? Because this has to do with reading and, writing, and we are not going to work on writing now at this point. So let's move on to the next page. That's page number 96, okay? This is our English for real, where we watch the video and we do some exercises, right? So unit 8.4, really? Wow. Okay. So can you see that? Can you see the pictures? Yes. What is the
Yes.
situation here? What do you think is happening here, guys? Who is he? Do you remember his name? So this is Andy. Remember, he's a student. And who is this woman? Do you know her? Yeah, we don't know her. She's new. Look at this place. What place is this?
Farmer market.
Yes, farmer's market. Very nice. Good. So, what are they doing there? Are they like grocery shopping or something? So, let's see what kind of conversation do they start at the farmer's market, and do they know each other? Are they friends? So, when you're having a conversation, guys, or listening to someone tell a story, how can you show you're interested in the conversation? And what can you do and say to show that? So let me mark out here. This is one thing we should focus on. When you are talking to someone or even listening to someone tell a story, how do you show you are following the person to make sure the person is not talking by herself or on her own? You want to show that you are present, you are listening. What do you usually say? You can even say in Portuguese if you don't know in English. Yes, we usually go, uh-huh, yeah, I know. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. I see. Oh, poor thing. Isn't it, guys? We usually make some short comments, right? In English, we call them fillers, right? We make some sounds just to show the other person that we are listening to the story, okay? We are paying attention. So we usually interact. We don't stay silent all the time and the person talking. No, we usually say a few things like, oh my God, or really? Mm, ouch. Oh, I see. Okay, so let's take a look here. Read the questions, then watch the video and answer them. So first of all, when we watch the video, we should try to focus on why does Kathy talk to Andy? So her name is Kathy, okay? Why does she talk to him in the first place? We don't know. Let's see. Second, do Kathy and Andy know each other? Are they friends? Number three, what is Kathy's job? What does she do? Teacher, doctor. Let's see. And what does Kathy give Andy? Why? So Does she give Andy an orange? She seems to be holding an orange. Does she give him an orange? Does she give him a book? What does she give him? So let's watch and listen at the same time, okay? I will put the transcript there for you so it's easier for you to understand, okay? So let's do it.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a video.
Do I know you? You look familiar.
Yes, I'm Andy. I met you at the career fair last spring. You're Miss Edwards, right?
Of course, Andy. Please call me Kathy. So, how are your studies?
They're going well, thanks.
That's great. So, what are you studying?
Political science.
I see.
But I'm also on the pre-law track.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's great. So, you have a law firm, right?
Yes, I do. And we're having a party for our 10th year on Main Street. That's why I'm here, buying healthy snacks.
Really? 10 years? That's amazing. So, do you like being a lawyer?
Actually, yes. Most of the time.
So, I was wondering,
Yes?
does your firm have internships?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'll have an opening next semester. Here, this is my business card. Send me an email.
That's great. Thanks. I'll do that. Good to see you, Kathy.
You too, Andy. Hope to hear from you soon.
All right, that's very funny. Okay, so we watched just one time, just once, so it's not enough to probably answer all the questions, okay? So let's watch it one more time. And let's take a look at the questions again so we make sure we know what we are supposed to answer. So the first one, why does Kathy talk to Andy? Number two, do Kathy and Andy know each other? Number three, what is Kathy's job? And finally, number four, what does Kathy give Andy and why? So let's watch one more time, okay?
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry. Do I know you? You look familiar.
Yes, I'm Andy. I met you at the career fair last spring. You're Miss Edwards, right?
Of course, Andy. Please call me Kathy. So, how are your studies?
They're going well, thanks.
That's great. So, what are you studying?
Political science.
I see.
But I'm also on the pre-law track.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's great. So, you have a law firm, right?
Yes, I do. And we're having a party for our 10th year on Main Street. That's why I'm here, buying healthy snacks.
Really? 10 years? That's amazing. So, do you like being a lawyer?
Actually, yes. Most of the time.
So, I was wondering,
Yes?
does your firm have internships?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'll have an opening next semester. Here, this is my business card. Send me an email.
That's great. Thanks. I'll do that. Good to see you, Kathy.
You too, Andy. Hope to hear from you soon.
Let's try to answer some of the questions, okay? Let's see if we can answer them all. The first one, why does Kathy talk to Andy? Do you remember in the beginning? Yes, she's checking out some fruits, and he is standing right next to the fruit stand. So she asks him to excuse her, but she needs to, get some oranges maybe or some fruits from that stand. So she says, "Excuse me." Remember that, guys. Yes, and then after that, what happens? Andy recognizes her from a fair that they attended some time before. So they had attended a fair together, and she was one of the people who presented one of the topics there at the fair. Maybe she worked at one of the stands, and they talked during the fair. So Andy remembered that situation and he recognized her. Okay. That's why he looked at her and he said, "Oh, I know you." Okay. So let's see that first part again.
Excuse me.
Oh, full screen, that never works.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry. Do I know you? You look familiar.
Yes, I'm Andy. I met you at the career fair last spring. You're Miss Edwards, right?
All right, so they met at the career fair last spring, and then he remembers her name. "Oh, you're Miss Edwards, right?" Amazing, isn't it? He has a good memory. Incredible. Okay, so that's why they start talking. Actually, here first, she says, "Excuse me," and then she calls his attention, right? Okay, now, do Cassie and Andy know each other?
Yes.
Yes, somehow, yes. Okay, because they met at this fair, so they are acquaintances, right? They know each other. What is Kathy's job? Do you remember? Look, Andy goes, "Yeah, it's great. So you have a law firm, right?" "Yes, I do. And we're having a party." And then she explains why they're having a party. And then Andy goes, "Oh, really? 10 years? That's amazing. So, do you like being a lawyer?" So, what is Kathy's job? She's a lawyer. Exactly. She's a lawyer. Okay. All right, guys. So, do you understand the meaning of lawyer?
Is the same as advogado. Advogado.
Yes. Very good, Kawani. Excellent. Okay. So, number 4. What does Kathy give Andy? Why?
She gave to him her card business
Okay, it's the opposite. Her business card.
card.
Yes, very good, Kawani. So she gave him her business card because there it has her email, her phone number, okay, all her contact information. So why? Why did she give him her business card? Remember, he asked about internships, right? So he's interested in doing an internship. And so he asks for maybe an opening. And then she says, "Well, as a matter of fact, I'll have an opening next semester." Then she gives him her business card. Just in case he is interested, she will have an opening for an internship. So internship in Portuguese, it's like training, okay? It's when you get people who have recently graduated to work for a short period of time just to get some experience, okay? So that's internship. All right, people. So Andy, he gets interested because she has a law firm. So he wants to maybe, who knows, have a chance of doing his internship at her company. Okay, who knows, right? So he gets really excited about it, right? He even celebrates when she goes. He really celebrates that because it's a chance for him to finish his studies and get some experience. Okay. All right, people. So let's check out the answers to that number. Let's see here. Okay, look. Here, number one. Why do they talk? Because he looks familiar. Yes, she thinks she knows him, but she isn't sure who he is. Andy remembers her, but she doesn't remember him so much. He looks familiar. Okay. Number two, yes, they met at a career fair last spring. What does she do? What is her job? She's a lawyer. Why does she give him her business card? She gives him her business card so he can email her about an internship. All right. Okay, guys. Yes, can I close? All right, let's do it. All right, people. Now, let's take a look at the focus of this video lesson. When you are having a conversation, it's very important to show the other person that you are listening to them and interested in what they are saying. This will make them want to keep talking. We use these expressions to show our interest. The first one here, to show you're listening, you say, right, I see. Oh, cool. Is that right? Okay. Now, to show interest, we say, oh, interesting, or that's interesting. Really? Wow. Or that's amazing. Okay, guys. And as you can see, we use really most of the time, right? To show that we are interested in something. So this is really interesting. Now, read the real world English box. Then watch the video again. Complete the conversation excerpts below with the words or expressions of interest that Andy and Kathy use. So here we have some parts of their conversation, and we should try to find out the words or expressions of interest that Andy and Kathy use. So let's highlight that. Okay, this is what we need to focus on, how to show interest. Okay, both of them, Andy and Kathy. Okay, guys. So let's watch the video one more time.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hi, I'm sorry. Do I know you? You look familiar.
Yes, I'm Andy. I met you at the career fair last spring. You're Miss Edwards, right?
Of course, Andy. Please call me Kathy. So, how are your studies?
They're going well, thanks.
That's great. So, what are you studying?
Political science.
I see.
But I'm also on the pre-law track.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's great. So,
Okay, let's pause here for a while. Let's try to do the first one.
really, 10 years. That's amazing.
Okay, when he says political science, what does Kathy say to show that she is listening to what he's saying? Yes, very good, Manu. Excellent. So she says, I see. Okay, good. Then he mentions, oh, but I'm also on the pre-law track. So it means that he's also pursuing something in the career of law, right? He wants to probably work with law because he's doing political science. So, all right. And then how does she respond when he says that? But I'm also on the pre-law track. Okay. Yes, very good. Oh, is that right? Okay. So is that right has a similar meaning to, oh, really? Okay. And then he goes, yeah, it's great. Okay. And then after that, Kathy says that they're having a celebration for the 10th, for their 10th anniversary, right? So let's see what Andy says.
So, do you like being a lawyer?
Actually, yes. Most of the time.
So, I was
So let me go back here. Okay. Yes, this one.
Yes, I do. And we're having a party for our 10th year on Main Street. That's why I'm here, buying healthy snacks.
really, 10 years. That's amazing. So,
So what does he say? What does Andy say? Yes, exactly. Really? Yes, very good, Manu. So that's the first reaction he has, right? Really? Okay. 10 years. After that, he says, that's amazing. Okay. All right. Good. So this is how we can interact in a conversation, showing surprise, showing a feeling of pride, maybe for what the person is saying. Oh, wow, right? So you are really like proud the person is doing well, or you are surprised, or you like something the person says. So you can say, wow, interesting. Okay, so it's always interesting to show that you are following the conversation. So let's see, do we have any more? Let's see if we do. Yes, as usual, the other page is still loading. So let's try to check the ones we already have. Let's see. Yes, what is missing here? Probably the punctuation, right? So let's check it out. Yes, the punctuation that I forgot. So final point and exclamation. Okay, guys, period. So everything correct. Okie dokie. So now let's try to move on to the next page. Let's see if we can work on that. After being for a while on this page, then the program, I don't know why, assumed we weren't going to do the next one. So that means we'll have to reload the page. And that means we have to sign in again. So let's do that, okay, guys? Just give me a minute. Okay, exactly that. Signing again, everything over. So all right, now trying to open everything again. Okie dokie, let's see if it opens now. Oh, right, now we have it. Good. So let me zoom in. So here, number 4, for each conversation in exercise 3, is the second speaker showing interest or showing they are listening? How do you know? So here, exercise 3 is the one we've just finished. Just to know the difference, okay? Showing interest or showing that they are listening. That's not really so important. So here, let's check it out. Okay, good. Now everything correct. So here, in the first one, when the person says, I see, what is the person showing? The person is listening, okay? Oh, is that right? Again, the person is showing that he or she is listening. And really, that's amazing. So, showing interest. Okay, guys, nothing so mysterious, really simple, okay? Now, let's move on to number 5, the last one on this page. Read the conversations. Which expression do you use in each situation and why? Then listen to check your answers. So I know we are over time, but let's just finish this number 5 here. It's very simple. Okay, we are going to listen and then you're going to see how they complete. Okay?
1.
How did you get started in business, Peter?
Well, I studied economics in college.
Oh, I see.
2.
How long have you been working here?
About 3 years. I started as an assistant. Now I'm the vice president.
Wow.
3.
What did you do over the summer, Maria?
I hiked Mount Kilimanjaro.
Really? That's amazing.
4.
What exactly do you do at work?
Well, I help people with their computer problems.
Cool.
Okay, guys, no mystery here. Okay, just for us to see the reactions or what we can use to show our interest. Okay, so the first one, oh, I see. The next one, wow. Number 3, really? That's amazing. And finally, we have cool. Okay, so we are not doing the other ones. They are already crossed out. Okay, we don't need to worry about it. So just checking out, what did we learn today? First of all, we finished page 95, okay, talking about past simple and past continuous. We did some exercises, we corrected a text, and then we moved to English for real, right? Which is the video lesson. What did we learn in the video lesson? We talked about listening and showing interest. How we can show the listener that we are following the conversation, okay? Let me show you here, guys, on Google Classroom, the homework for today. So look, online practice, unit 8.4. This is the homework for next week. Make sure you also do online practice, unit 8.3. All right, people? And if you have a chance, do the other exercises I posted here, okay? Take a look at the sites and do the activities involving past continuous. Here, I posted a site that talks about showing interest when you are speaking. That's interesting to say. All right, people. So let's take a picture just before we go. Okay, the boys are on vacation today. All right, girls. So people, thank you very much for coming. That was amazing. Thank you for your participation and don't forget to do your homework, okay? Thank you, Manu. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Kawani. Bye-bye. Take care, okay, girls?
Thank you, teacher. Bye
You're
bye.
welcome.
See you next
Bye.
week.
See you next week. Oh, so cute. Bye-bye.